the end result, guys, is this is going to push Kamala Harris straight to the White House. And there's a card that popped up here, and it represents relocating because of a new job offer. Hello, hello. Hi, YouTube family. How's everybody doing? Today is Wednesday. It's August 21st, 2024. How how is everybody doing? Did you all watch the DNC last night? Oh my God. So I had to come on, of course, and talk about that. I also want to do a reading on the Supreme Court. So I had that question pop up, and I want to do a reading on that, and we'll just see what comes up. Okay. So I wanted to have a conversation and talk talk about the DNC. I am so giddy today and I can't stop laughing. I'm so, I'm so giddy. But did you see Michelle Obama last night? Sorry, I'm like wiggling my table here. Did you did you see Michelle Obama last night? She was, oh my God, she was amazing. And the music, okay, so I'll get to her in just a second. And the music last night, like I want that playlist on my phone, right? So that, in case you didn't know, it was DJ Cassidy. I had to look it up. DJ Cassidy led the roll call last night. And if you look at some of the networks had done a comparison of the RNC roll call versus like they did a split screen of the DNC roll call, and it was like night and day. It was like low energy and versus extreme off the charts high energy at the DNC last night. I mean, it was like it was the DNC last night was amazing. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch it or definitely watch the replay, but it was absolutely amazing. So they had Barack Obama on there, and the other guy that they had on there, and I can't think of his name. I'm going to do a reading on him. He is the mayor of Mesa, Arizona. I definitely want to do a reading on him, not today, and I can't remember what his name is. I think it's um Gary something. I can't remember, but I want to do a reading on him, not today. But he was there last night. John Giles is his name. He was there last night at the DNC giving a speech. And I don't know if you saw him when Kamala came to Phoenix and her plane was was taxiing, and he was on the tarmac and he was like giddy. If you can go back and look at that video, he was so giddy and he was out there doing selfies and taking pictures. I mean, this guy, I mean, that takes a lot of courage. You're in Arizona, and I know a lot about Arizona. So I grew up there. I'm from Arizona, and so I know a lot about Arizona. And so Mesa is basically it's just a community right outside of the Phoenix area. And Mesa is a red, red town. It's always been red, right? And he is the mayor of Mesa, Arizona. And he just stepped out and said, look, I'm supporting Kamala. And he showed up. I didn't even expect him to see him at the DNC, but he was there. So I want to do a reading on him, maybe on my next video, but I'm curious about that guy and what his political future looks like. So being that he is in Arizona, he's in Mesa. I know Mesa. I've got family there, and it's very, very red. So just curious about what his future looks like. But back to the DNC last night. Oh my God, it was night two. They had Barack Obama. They had Michelle, of course, and I personally liked Michelle's speech better than Barack's. I mean, I liked both of them. They were both equally very good. But Michelle, she, prior to this, I mean, she had to literally hold herself back. I mean, she was the first lady. She had to hold back, but there was no holding back tonight at all. Like she just let it all out there. Like, who cares at this point? Like, my husband isn't running. We're not in politics. Like, I'm just going to let America know what's on my mind. Right. So she came out there and, and I don't know if you saw her last night, but she said, I wrote down some of her quotes about, for years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. Ain't that the truth, right? Like the whole birtherism thing, and they wanted, every little, it was so many attacks against her husband and her. I mean, they even attacked her for wearing a sleeveless blouse. I mean, this is ridiculous, so ridiculous. And then she said in her speech, we are two hardworking, highly successful people who just happen to be Black. And it just, when she said that, the house came down. I mean, everybody was like cheering. And then of course, the other one-liner that she had is, I want to know who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those Black jobs. And I hit the floor. Right? Well, I didn't hit the floor. I was in my bed and I fell out. When I heard that, I could not believe it. I literally fell out. Could not believe that she said that. She went there because she's like, I don't even care anymore. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say and leave it at that. So, yeah. And then they had Doug Emhoff on there and the second gentleman, and he gave a great speech. And in the pictures beforehand, and just letting us know about Kamala and his relationship and how they met and their kids, and just to show everybody that they don't have like a typical family. I mean, I don't know who does. I don't. I don't have a typical family, and there's blended families, which is what we have. I'm really good friends with my husband's ex-wife, which ironically is very weird, right? So it's funny because the minute I met her, we hit it off immediately. And I looked at her numerology. Our numerology is like almost a perfect match. My husband's ex-wife and myself, which I thought was so ironic. And I invited her to our wedding, and she did our flowers. And so we have a good relationship for the kids, right? That's what it's about. Is that I'm kind of like the third parent. I'm stepping in and helping with that relationship with the kids, right? So it's all about the kids and making sure that they have what they need. And so as the adults in here, the ex-wife, my husband, myself, we all step forward and do our part. So the whole point to that was Doug Emhoff, and what they were trying to show is that America has blended families. There's no typical family, right? And so we're all different, we're all blended, and that's the melting pot of America, right? That we all have different types of families, and they were showcasing that last night at the DNC when Doug Emhoff came out, and I thought he gave a brilliant speech. And then they pan the camera over to Ella, is what I believe her name is, and she was just beside herself. She was so cute, and they were showing her, and he talked about when she. Kamala looked like she was, in deep thought, working out some sort of national or global problem. And what she was working on was basically taking care of a problem that Ella had. I believe that's her name. And that's what it takes. It's just showing that that they are like basically what America is, and that all families are different, but it doesn't matter how they're set up. We all work together, right, to take care of the kids. So I thought that was amazing. Last night was just amazing. And then they had the DJ was great, the music was great. And so Little John came out, right? Like it was so like when they did the split screen and they showed the RNC versus the DNC. I mean, it was like night and day. There was so much energy, and the music was great. I do want to tell you that tonight, so today's Wednesday, August 21st. I want to tell you that tonight they have showing up is John Legend, and they're going to talk about, they're going to introduce Tim Walz and the tribute to Prince, as what I heard. And because of, Tim Walz is from Minnesota, Prince, Purple Rain. So John Legend is going to do something regarding Prince, and then they're going to bring out Tim Walz and introduce him. And then tomorrow night, guys, is Pink, right? So she is known to like swing from the ceilings and just give it her. I can't even imagine what kind of show Pink is going to do tomorrow night. But for tonight, I'm so excited about John Legend. So can't wait. So hopefully you guys have a chance to watch the DNC and that you're just as excited as I am. I'm so excited. I already know I'm a psychic medium, and so I already know Kamala's going to win, right? So I keep saying that, guys. I just don't want you to worry. I just don't want you to get complacent. Just because I say she's going to win doesn't mean that you can sit on the sidelines and not participate. You have to vote, right? So the way that I see things right now, it's what I'm seeing is that she's going to win. I also see, I want to share this with you guys, that how like when you're watching Kornacki and you're watching what's the other guy's name that's on CNN that's at the wall, John, I can't think of what his name is, but I see them on election night. I see things kind of coming in like really, really fast on election night. I hear the music, the turnout. Let me just talk about the turnout first. Like in America, I see long lines of people, especially in the South. I'm seeing like Georgia, Florida, those southern states of long lines, North Carolina, long lines of people standing in line on election day so that they can vote. I can actually see the people. I see this image in my mind. I see a really tall Caucasian guy, but he's surrounded by two Black women. I can see the people already when I meditate on this, and I can see just the long lines of people on election day. What I also see on election day and the day after is MSNBC and CNN at the wall, and I could hear the music, dun, 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 I could hear the music when I meditate, and I can see them calling, like they're going to say, okay, breaking news, CNN is now ready to project the state of, and I can see like Wisconsin, Minnesota. I can see all like I could just see these things, the states coming in really fast. The one that we'll probably have to wait on, obviously, would probably be Pennsylvania, because they don't start counting the ballots until the day of, where they open up the envelopes. They don't do that till the day of, which makes sense, for integrity. I get it, but it's like, we want to know, like we want instant results. Like we want to know who the winner is. I don't think, as of right now, when I meditate on it, I don't feel that we're going to know the winner that day. I think it's going to take a day or two until they officially announce. But I see things. It's funny because I don't see the winner being officially announced for not that day, but I see states being called like really quickly, which is kind of counterintuitive to what I'm saying. Maybe as we get closer, I'll get more intuitive hits on what's going to happen on election night. So that's what I see right now as a psychic medium. So a couple of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about, a question came up about the Supreme Court interfering. Basically, is it going to be like a Bush-Gore thing where it goes to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court gets to decide who the winner is? And I do not see that at all, guys. I'm going to tell you, I could pull out my cards. I've got my cards right here, my trident shoe. I could pull these out and do a reading, but I'm going to tell you right now, it'd be a waste of time, because as a psychic medium, I already see that that's not happening. Okay. I do see there will be some court cases that will be heard, but they will amount to nothing. Okay. So I can't remember. I was going to look it up. I can't remember how many court cases there were on the last election that Trump and his team, just these ridiculous court cases that had no standing merit, right? They just went in there, and filed these cases, and they amounted to nothing. I know that there's quite a few. So I feel like there will be some court cases that might pop up but they will amount to nothing. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm psychically what I'm seeing. Somebody had a question about the Supreme Court interfering, and I am getting a big fat no on that as of right now. That no, it'll be very okay. This is what I just heard. It'll be very clear who the winner is. Okay, I just heard that. It'll be very clear who the winner is. So no, no on the Supreme Court interfering. So I wanted to get that question answered. So yeah, I'm so excited. So meanwhile, while all this is going on, it's so crazy because while all this is going on, you have the other side of the coin. You got the Trump people and the MAGA, and they're walking around in these diapers and they're carrying specimen cups with so-called JD Vance's semen inside these specimen cups. Like, I don't get that whole thing. I would never in a million years walk around like that in public holding a specimen cup with somebody's semen. Like, it makes me want to vomit, like right now, just thinking about it, right? I just I don't see how that is helping. It's just hurting, and it's making the other side look really strange, right? They're weird. That is like strange to me, like why they would do that. So, um, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I really don't. Okay, so moving along, I want to talk about, I got my calendars here. So I want to just reiterate this again. I believe I talked about this on one of my videos, but let's see here. So the debate coming up. So there is a debate coming up on September 10th between Kamala Harris and the orange guy. So there's a debate coming up. I'm going to tell you right now, I did Kamala's calendar and I also did Donald Trump's. And I wanted just to give you some insight. And I want to do a reading on this as well. So the debate coming up is it's a Tuesday. It is September 10th. And Kamala has a triple green day that day. So this is Kamala's calendar. She has, where is it at? Right here, right here. She has a triple. I know you guys probably can't even see it, but she has a triple green day that day, which is really good. It's kind of rare that you do have triple green days. For those of you that don't know, these are personalized calendars that I created. And what I do is I look at your numerology and your astrology and I blend the two together. And I go through every day of the year and determine what kind of day you're going to have. It'd be a red day, which is a caution day, yellow, or green. And in some cases, it could be a double green, triple green, or a quadruple green day. So anyway, so Kamala is having a triple green day that day. Now, the orange guy is having September 10th. He's not only is he having a red day that day, but he is having a double red day. Okay. So when I create these calendars, I just put red. I don't put that they're double or triple because it freaks people out. But I can tell you that he not only is he having a red day on September 10th, but he is having a double red day on September 10th. So this debate, just by looking at the calendars and picking up on the energy, is not going to go well for Donald Trump. You've got a double red day versus a triple green day. But I want to do a reading on it anyway, and let's just do a reading on it and see what pops up. So I have my cards here, and let's just take a look. See, I'm going to slide this over a little bit, and let's just see. How is the debate on September 10th going to be for Kamala Harris? Okay. How will the debate be on September 10th for Kamala Harris? How will the debate be for Kamala Harris on September 10th? How will the debate be on September 10th, Kamala Harris? How will the debate be on September 10th for Kamala Harris? I have this feeling as I'm just sitting here shuffling the cards. I have a feeling That may be the one and only debate. I think it's going to go so bad for the orange guy. He may not want to ever debate her again, but we'll see. That's kind of what I'm picking up right now. But let's just focus on how will the debate be for Kamala Harris on September 10th. Okay. How will the debate be for Kamala Harris on September 10th? Had a card pop out. Oh, okay. So whenever you're shuffling, if you if you have your own deck and you're learning or whatever, when you have cards that fly out of the deck, they have a very important meaning to them. I got the World and the Chariot. So these two cards, first of all, they're two major arcana cards. These are very powerful cards. The World is complete success. The Chariot means that you are being recognized, you're being honored, like this is taking you, this is really going to showcase her strengths. Okay. All right. So how will the debate be for Kamala Harris on September 10th? How will the debate be for Kamala Harris on September 10th? Those are good cards that popped out. How will the debate be for Kamala Harris on September 10th? Okay, let's take a look, see what comes up. Pretty good here. Now, of course, the orange guy is going to attempt to put some digs in at her. Of course, that's coming. But the end result, guys, is this is going to push Kamala Harris straight to the White House. And there's a card that popped up here, and it represents relocating because of a new job offer. So that is what's placed on top of her. And so what she sees is celebration. So overall, and these are three women celebrating. So I think what will come up in the debate is a lot of where she will win will be the women's issues, if that comes up in the debate. He's going to try his best to try to rock her world. He's going to try to get a couple digs in, but overall, I mean, this is moving her forward. And with this laying on top of her, this is going to send her closer to the White House. Pretty good reading. Okay, so let's take a look at Donald Trump. And then, of course, those two major arcana cards that popped up. And she's just having a really good day, astrologically and based on her numerology. She's having a triple green day. Okay, so how will the debate go for the orange guy, okay, on September 10th? Donald Trump. How will the debate be for Donald Trump on September 10th? We need to know. How will the debate be for Donald Trump on September 10th? How will the debate be for Donald Trump on September 10th? How will the debate be for Donald Trump on September 10th? How will the debate be for Donald Trump on September 10th? Okay. Ooh, I see him sweating a lot. Ugh. Ugh, wearing a blue suit with the red tie and the white shirt and just I sweat. Greasy face is what I see. Okay, how will the debate go for Donald Trump on September 10th? Oh, he's thinking about it right now. He's thinking about it. Oh, he's gonna feel like his back is up against the wall. Ooh, okay. I mean, this is not a bad reading. There's a lot of stress here, though. A lot of stress. And I'm telling you right now, he's already thinking about it. He's already thinking about the debate. He is, and this is how he's going to be throughout the debate. This is what's on top of him, which is the Seven of Wands. This is stress. This is this is a lot of stress. So maybe that's why I see the sweat, I see the sweat. And then he's going to feel like his back is up against the wall. Okay, that he has nowhere to run. His back is up against the wall. And again, he's carrying this heavy burden. This is a lot of stress. Um, but he will get acknowledgement. I think on the people on the right are going to say, "Oh, he did this great job." He'll get some acknowledgement for showing up for what he did, but this is a lot of sacrifice, okay, and a change of his fortune. So it's going to be very stressful for him. So we'll see, how he acts under pressure. And because I have a feeling she's going to rip him a new one. And it'll be very telling. It's almost, I can't wait because it's almost like, you guys remember last debate when uh who was it? It was Kamala debating Pence, and then the flies showed up. Oh my God. I kind of feel like it's, I don't know, something like that may not specifically, but it's going to be like it's just going to be a weird debate. I think he's going to be under a lot of stress on this debate. He may flip out, I don't know. He may just flip out on stage, or he's going to be rolling his eyes, and then the sweat. I can just see it already. But yeah, this is a lot of stress for him. And he's got his back up against the wall. So yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, I see it already. The blue suit, white shirt, red tie, the sweat. I can see it already. Um, yeah. They should put a lot of pressed powder on him. Oh my goodness. So anyway, yeah, I think both of them will both have some winning arguments. But I think the one that is going to fare better will be Kamala, and this debate coming up. So anyway, that's my take on that. So yeah, I think that's all I got. That is all I got for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I'm excited for tonight. So don't forget. So tonight is John Legend, Wednesday night, and then tomorrow is Pink. So it's going to be quite the show tonight. So I am getting ready to watch that later this evening. So anyway, yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you want me to answer a specific question regarding, world affairs or politics, you can just put some comments in the show notes. All right, guys. Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.